Believe me, Mr. Waddington, my objectives are entirely peaceful.
That's not the point, General.
Mr. Waddington, the Kramer Foundation agreed to supply funds to this country.
We agreed to a grant of $10 million a year for a hospital building program.
All right. We are building hospitals. So what's the problem?
General Heppel, the rules of the Kramer Foundation state clearly that aid may only be given to a democracy.
You are saying that since I took over power, this country is no longer a democracy?
I'm saying more than that, General. I'm saying that as Foundation Chairman, I'm forced to recommend we cease aid payments immediately.
I see.
And that I must ask you to return the unspent portion of this year's grant.
Return the money?
I calculate it at $8 million.
No, Waddington. Definitely no. The money stays in this country.
We are prepared to take the case to the International Court if necessary.
By the time you do that, the money will be spent. Be realistic, Waddington. Accept the inevitable.
When I believe it's inevitable, I'll accept it. But not until then.
Show Mr. Waddington out.
I'm asking you to reconsider, General Heppel. Otherwise, I may have to resort to other means.
Goodbye, Mr. Waddington.
Yes, General?
I want the security system checked. I'll be down later to see you've done so.
Yes, sir.
We have just processed the film report as requested, General.
Good. Put it on.
The Spider, riot control vehicle. Virtually indestructible against guerrilla attacks. Able to tackle barriers which would immobilize any other vehicle. Preparations are also well advanced on a smaller, unmanned version of the Spider for guard duties.
In the light of tonight's events, I want the first prototypes to be available immediately to supplement the guards on the security block.
Very good, sir. I hope the General agrees that the Kramer Foundation money is being well spent?
Yes. Very well spent.
Mark? Wake up there! Mark!
All right, just coming. Sam, it's 5 a.m.
Yeah, sorry, Mac, but this one's urgent.
Dad, is that Uncle Sam?
Yes, but you go back to sleep, Joe.
All right, Dad.
Okay, Sam. What's this all about?
Well, Mac, World Intelligence need Joe to recover $8 million worth of gold. So that's the way it is, Mac. Intelligence tells us the Kramer Foundation funds are being misapplied.
I see. No hospital building program? No benefits to the people of the country?
On the contrary, the funds are being used to develop military weapons to suppress the people of the country.
I assume the remaining funds are well guarded.
In a security vault excavated below the castle. Electronic alarm systems, steel grills, reinforced concrete walls.
I see. There can't be more than half a dozen men with the knowledge to tackle a job like this.
There aren't. And all of them are professional criminals, which is why we have to use Joe 90 and the Big Rat.
Where do we get the brain pattern of a professional safebreaker?
I've got one lined up. Henry George Summerfield. Merrifield Prison. Special Detainee 6237.
There he is. He doesn't look much.
He maybe doesn't look much, but there's nothing about his business he doesn't know. Infrasonic rays, thermal lances, laser beams, you name it, he's used it. Are we low enough for you to get a fix on him?
I'll take her down to 50 feet. That should do it. Wonder what they're up to.
Isn't that some kind of car?
This is a prison, not an air show. Get on with it.
Coming into range. Now. You can switch off now, Joe. We're coming home. See you in about an hour.
All right, Dad.
Thank you, Henry George Summerfield. I have a feeling this is going to be your biggest haul ever.
I consider this vault my best achievement to date, General.
You're prepared to guarantee that it's impregnable?
Please, look for yourself, General. 18-inch steel door, ferrotungsten, electronic alarm system, proof against the most sophisticated equipment in existence. All now fully operational.
It looks impressive enough.
General, I guarantee no man could break my security system.
All right, Joe. The transfer is complete.
Right, let's get to WIN HQ.
Right, Joe. Now, here's the equipment you requested. A proton lance, capable of raising the point of impact to a temperature of 6,000 degrees.
Good. Everything I'll need seems to be there. Fine, Mr. Weston.
The equipment's okay. But let's start at the beginning. How do we get into the country? Visitors aren't exactly welcome.
This month, there's a meeting of world scientists in the capital city, just 15 miles from Langallo Castle.
But since the general seized power, almost every reputable world scientist has refused to attend the conference. I did myself immediately.
I've drafted a letter, Professor. Here.
Thank you. But this says I've changed my mind.
That's right, Professor. You just did.
There's the frontier, Dad.
Well, if all goes well, Joe, we should be at the castle by nightfall.
Looks like another eccentric professor on his way to the conference. Go and check his papers.
Yes, sir.
I think you'll find they're in order. How far is it to the capital?
About 30 kilometers. But the road is full of potholes. You are in for a very rough ride.
Not necessarily.
As you say, all in order, Professor. Welcome to our country. Peace and friendship to you. Open the barrier.
Thank you.
I don't believe it.
There it is, Joe. Langallo Castle. It looks a tough proposition, Joe, even for Henry George Summerfield.
When do we move in, Dad?
As soon as it's dark. Okay, Joe. Synchronize watches. 0131 hours in. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Now.
Check.
Come in, Sam.
Intelligence report, Mac. Urgent.
Go ahead, Sam.
Report reads, Kramer Foundation funds being used to build electronic anti-riot and guard vehicles known as Spiders.
Thank you, Sam. You hear that, Joe? Electronic guards.
I heard.
You have to be careful. All right? Ready to move?
All set.
Okay, Joe. Stand by.
I've timed the patrol sequence of the Spiders. They're programmed to pass this point once every 4 minutes.
Only 4 minutes? Doesn't give you much time, Joe.
Long enough. I'm going to move in.
Be careful, son.
How's it going, Mac?
According to plan, Joe has just breached the perimeter fence and is heading for the castle itself.
Okay, Mac. Arrived, selected entry point. It's fitted with basic electric eye detectors.
Work as fast as you can, Joe.
Don't worry, Mac. I've assembled the Proton Lance. It won't take long. I've spotted the alarm control. The proton lance will take care of it. So far, so good. Proceeding as planned. Main vault doors prepared. X-ray in position.
I understand, Joe. Sam, situation well in hand. Preparation to open main vault doors underway.
What's the next step, Mac?
The vital one. X-ray the lock mechanism to establish optimum point of impact for the proton lance.
Optimum impact point established. Gold located.
Good work, Joe. But be careful. Luck's been on our side so far, but it can't last long.
One spider has failed to pass the checkpoint.
Could it be a mechanical fault?
No, sir. That would be self-correcting.
Then sound red alert. Immediately.
Joe, you've got to get out of there.
Rendezvous in 3 minutes.
Find the intruder. I want him found and annihilated.
Look out! Behind you, Joe!
Imbeciles! Stop them!
Well, the gold is back in the Kramer Foundation's vault, Mr. Waddington.
I just don't know how to thank you both.
Thanks to us, there may be a little out of order, Hugo. You see, the responsible party is our friend Joe here.
I understand, Sam. I understand. An organization like World Intelligence Network has to preserve its secrets. So young Joe's responsible. Well, I won't pry for the real truth. I just say thank you, Joe.